Hello, my name is Joshua Brown from the interview training company howtobecome.com, and in this presentation I will teach you how to pass your Avanti West Coast interview. So if you have a train operating company interview coming up for Avanti West Coast and you need to prepare for both the most common and tough comms interview questions for any role at AWC, then please make sure you watch this video from start to finish, because I'm going to help you to stand out and succeed. To achieve that goal, this is what I'll cover. I'll start off by giving you a list of Avanti West Coast interview questions that I strongly recommend you prepare for. I'll provide you with example high scoring answers to those questions to help you to succeed. Plus, I'll also make sure to give you some essential tips for passing your Avanti West Coast interview before finally telling you how you can download further resources, including all of the answers to help you to prepare. And just very quickly, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because I want to help you to pass your Avanti West Coast interview, and I can only do that if you are subscribed. And please don't forget to hit that like button, because this tells me you find these tutorials useful. Okay, let's take a look at that first Avanti West Coast interview question to prepare for, which is tell me about yourself. Now, this interview question is one that frequently comes up as the very first interview question that you'll have to answer in a job interview. And it's your chance to get your interview off to a positive start and be that standout candidate. So use this opportunity to talk about the skills and qualities you have, not your home life and not your personal life. Instead, focus on your experience and passion for working in the role and how you're going to add value to the Avanti West Coast brand. Now, another great tip here to answer this opening interview question effectively: make sure you download the job description and focus on telling them how your skills match those desired by them. So for example, if on the job description they state they're seeking someone who is safety focused with great communication abilities, then throughout your AWC interview answers, be sure to use those exact phrases and terms. So let's take a look at a brilliant example answer to help you. Tell me about yourself. Thank you for inviting me to be interviewed for this position today. My name is Joshua, and I'm an enthusiastic and motivated person who's excited about the possibility of joining the staff at Avanti West Coast. I've always had a strong interest in the railway industry, and Avanti's dedication to offering outstanding customer service, cutting-edge travel experiences, and providing a safe and dependable service to its passengers particularly appeals to me. Regarding my experience, I've had customer service positions for a number of years in a variety of industries, including hospitality and retail. I've honed excellent problem solving and communication abilities in these previous roles, which I believe would be especially helpful in a customer facing position at Avanti. In addition, as I've long desired to work for Avanti, I have studied the job description in detail before applying. I'm confident I have the skills, qualities and required experience that will help me succeed in this role. I would describe myself as a customer-focused employee who thrives in environments where I have responsibility, have to overcome obstacles and overall work as one team to achieve a shared objective. I think the Avanti team would benefit from my upbeat approach and willingness to go above and beyond for customers. I like to travel and explore new places in my own time, so I have first-hand understanding of how important it is to have a relaxing and pleasurable trip. I'm thrilled about the chance to share that viewpoint and energy with Avanti West Coast team and to contribute to improving the lives of our customers. If you hire me, I'll be a dependable, customer-focused and safety-conscious worker who will be proud to represent Avanti West Coast whilst offering first-rate customer service. Wow, what a powerful way to kickstart your interview and be that standout candidate. Remember, by giving a confident answer like this to this opening interview question, not only will it impress the hiring manager, but you'll also gain confidence in the rest of your answers to come in the interview. Okay, let's take a look at the next Avanti West Coast interview question to prepare for, which is why do you want to work for Avanti West Coast? Now, this interview question is a real tough one. It's designed to weed out those who are applying en masse to all train operating companies. The hiring managers instead want to find those that truly respect and have a passion to work for Avanti West Coast. So you must demonstrate your passion for working for their TOC, show that you understand their brand and reputation, and that you have a commitment to wanting to work for Avanti West Coast for the long term. So let's take a look at a brilliant example answer to help you. Why do you want to work for Avanti West Coast? I want to work for Avanti West Coast for several reasons. Firstly, I'm passionate about the railway industry, and I truly believe that Avanti is a TOC that genuinely epitomises excellence and innovation in the industry. Having been a passenger of AWC for many years, I've always been impressed by the high standard of service provided by Avanti West Coast and your reputation for providing safe and dependable transportation services to the community. I am someone who has high standards and who takes great pride in delivering excellent customer service. Therefore, your value, committed to our customers, really stood out to me, as it means you focus on the customer first and foremost in everything you do. After all, without customers using the services, there would not be a viable business, so it is vital that everyone in the Avanti team focuses on customer satisfaction. Avanti's dedication to sustainability and efforts to lessen its environmental effect also appealed to me. I think that the company's long-term success and reputation depend on this sustainability approach, and I would like to be part of a company that's positive and forward-thinking about the future of transportation. I also reached out to current and former Avanti employees on LinkedIn, and it's clear that Avanti fosters a positive working environment. I value how Avanti emphasises the growth and development of its employees. For me, the chance to collaborate with and gain knowledge from a group of experts who are committed to their work and constantly seeking to do better for many years to come excites me. Overall, I think Avanti West Coast is a business that values its customers, its workforce, and its impact on the world, and I'm excited about the prospect of contributing to the company's continued success. I would be proud to represent Avanti West Coast in the role if you hire me. Now, don't go anywhere, as I still have more interview questions and answers to give you, but when you're ready, click that link in the top right hand corner. It will take you through to my website, howtobecome.com, where you can download my 33 Avanti West Coast interview questions and answers for all job roles to give you the edge in your interview, including the ones we're covering right now. Okay, here's the next Avanti West Coast interview question for you. Can you talk me through your work experience over the last 5 years? Now, this question is similar to that opening one, tell me about yourself, in that the hiring manager is looking to see what relevant skills and experience you can bring to the role. Again, use that job description as your blueprint to think of your relevant experiences that match what they are after. That's really important, just the relevant experience. They also want to know that you're the type of employee who's likely to stick around at the same company for a long period of time. So let's take a look at a brilliant example answer to help you. Can you talk me through your work experience over the last 5 years? In the last 5 years, I have stayed with the same employer and I have performed 2 roles within the same company. I joined my current place of work in 2018 as a customer service advisor. This was a customer-facing role, which required me to deal with customer queries, serve customers, and deal with complaints. This required me to be professional and follow company procedures at all times. I was often placed in challenging situations when dealing with angry or aggressive customers, but I always remained calm and professional. Due to my excellent communication skills, I was able to resolve the customers' concerns to their satisfaction the majority of the time, for which I was praised for by my manager. I found this very rewarding, turning difficult situations into positive outcomes. After 3 years in the role, I applied for a team leader position, and after an internal interview process, I was successful. I've now been doing this role for the last 3 years. My duties include managing 20 members of staff in my team and delegating tasks efficiently. I am responsible for the safety of the staff and the customers in the store during my shift. Part of my current role requires me to compile and present KPI data to the senior management team on a weekly basis. During my spare time, I'm undertaking a management skills diploma to develop my management skill set further. I always take on the responsibility for my professional development to ensure that I can provide the best service possible for my employer. Now, that's a really good answer to that interview question. Can you talk me through your work experience over the last 5 years? You can see I've tailored that to the skill set that Avanti West Coast typically look for in their recruitment campaigns. Let's move on to the next interview question, which is, do you think safety is important within the transport industry? Being a safety-focused employee is essential for working in the rail and transport industry. Therefore, you must show that you can follow rules and procedures and that you would never compromise safety. Show that you understand the importance of safety, its impact, how you will always follow the rules and procedures, and demonstrate that you've been doing so in previous roles. So let's take a look at a brilliant example answer to help you. Do you think safety is important within the transport industry? Absolutely. Safety is the most important aspect of the industry and is there to protect passengers, staff, and the general public. It is vital that any company providing transport services has a thorough safety policy and ensures that all members of staff adhere to this at all times. Failure to follow safety policies can result in serious risks to someone and could have a far-reaching effect on the organisation. I fully understand that Avanti West Coast operates in an industry that requires that all members of staff adhere strictly to all safety policies and procedures. I come from a background which required me to work to strict safety policies and guidelines, and if successful, you can always rely on me to not only follow procedures, but also ensure others around me also adhere to company policy. Okay, the next Avanti West Coast interview question is, how would you deal with a difficult or frustrated customer? What would you consider when dealing with them and why? Now, dealing with difficult customers is a reality many employers face. The hiring manager at Avanti West Coast will want to know that you will remain calm and professional and represent their company in a positive light at all times. It is therefore essential to demonstrate that you will not be reactive or respond negatively. Instead, show that you have good customer service and communication skills and that you are aware that you're representing the company and can follow their policies. So let's take a look at a brilliant example answer to help you. How would you deal with a difficult or frustrated customer? What would you consider when dealing with them and why? Working at Avanti West Coast requires excellent customer service. And I understand that to deliver outstanding service, there will be times when I'll have to resolve complaints positively. When dealing with frustrated customers, I'm always conscious to remain calm. I'm aware that being frustrated or having an unprofessional manner back will reflect negatively on the brand as well as escalate the situation further. Instead, I'd listen carefully to the customer's concerns so that I could fix the problem and find a solution. I'd smile and retain a bright and pleasant demeanour, since I feel this would help ease whatever concerns the customer may be having. If a customer approached me and they were unsatisfied with a product or service, I'd politely ask what it was they disliked about it and what could be done to resolve the issue for them. I'd pay great attention to the customer throughout and display strong listening skills, such as nodding to show that I understand, and I would express empathy if needed. I'd start to work on addressing the issue as soon as possible and inform them that I'd assumed responsibility for the situation and that I'd make sure it was rectified. I would always follow my training and the company's refund, exchange and other policies when dealing with a customer complaint. And I believe I would love this, since I find it rewarding to resolve difficulties and turn complaints into positive outcomes. Throughout my time dealing with the situation, if there was anything I wasn't sure about, I would approach my supervisor or line manager for clarification. Now, in preparation for your Avanti West Coast interview, I also recommend you prepare answers to the following questions. How do you handle the stress of working in the role and all that comes with the job? Tell me about a time when you needed to communicate a difficult decision. What was the issue and what made the decision difficult? Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? What is your biggest weakness? What are your main strengths that will help you to be competent in this role? Describe a time when you've worked as part of a team to complete a difficult task. Tell me about the 3 main things that you would bring to the role if you are successful. How would you deal with conflict with a co-worker? As you're aware, this role is extremely demanding and challenging. Tell me about a situation when you worked hard to achieve a difficult task whilst under pressure. Tell me about a time you had to complete a task within a certain time frame. Are you aware of the Avanti West Coast company values, and can you tell me about them? Can you give me an example of when you provided excellent customer service? Can you describe a time when you demonstrated flexibility in the workplace? Please provide an example of the types of procedures that you adhere to within your working day currently. So the next thing to do, if you'd like to download example answers to these and all of the toughest Avanti West Coast interview questions, is to please make sure you click that button in the top right hand corner of this video right now. Head through to my website, howtobecome.com, where you can download these slides and get access to 33 Avanti West Coast interview questions and high scoring answers to each question in a PDF guide. This is suitable for all job roles within Avanti West Coast, and you can literally have access and the slides within your inbox within 2 minutes from now, and it's guaranteed to help you prepare effectively for your interview and also, more importantly, put you ahead of the competition. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe, as I'm on a mission to help as many people as possible pass their job interviews, and I can only do that if you are subscribed. Please also hit that like button, as that encourages me to make more videos like these, and if you want to let me know the name of the job role you're applying for in the comment section below, I'll get back to you with even more tips to help you. And finally, if you'd like to connect with me on LinkedIn, I've put my LinkedIn link in the description below. It's always great to connect with like-minded professionals such as yourself. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you all the best with your interview. Have a brilliant day.